New Year, everybody.
Happy
Happy New Year.
It's nice to see you.
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
it is.
So we're in the forest. It's sunny today. We had a nasty night, didn't we, last night in the rain?
It was rough. It was very rough, actually. And it looked like the night was going to be a washout at one point.
We had a full school day of rain, 6 hours.
We did 2 till 8, but glad we built that shelter because it kept us dry and it stood up to the test, didn't it?
Did.
I think we just saw in the New Year at about 12:30 we were all going to bed because we were knackered, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, we came. We was, convinced we was going to have a good night. We ended up having a good night. It didn't start a good night. Thought it was going to be a washout, but,
Yeah.
we've started. We've woke up in a new year doing what we love doing.
We have.
So, gentlemen, speaking of the New Year, got any plans for the New Year, Mike? Are you
Yeah.
doing anything? Have
In
you
fact,
got...
I'm going to Tenerife a week today
Oh,
on a solo motorcycling expedition. I'm going to go and explore on my own for a week.
nice. Going up any volcano?
Yeah, I'm going to go up that mount. Is it Mount Tidy or something?
Yeah.
I'm going to head up there. I'm just going to explore. I've got more plans.
Yeah.
I just want a bit of sunshine. There's a little dog here
Yeah.
and a couple of people.
Well, it should be warm this time of year, shouldn't it? So, James, he's got a big year this year, haven't you, mate?
Big year. GCSEs.
He's going to be 16 this year. He's got his GCSEs.
Yeah.
What else? You're going watching the Lathams, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm going watching them. So
Starting college.
starting college. He's already chosen a college that he wants to go to. So,
Speaking of 16-year-olds,
oh
should we talk about Luke the Nuke Littler?
yeah.
Luke the New Littler, a name we'd not even heard of a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
No, we're,
Darting sensation.
we're all into our darts. And James has got some darts for Christmas. He's the best player out of us, I would say. But
Well,
it's debatable, but yeah, we've been following the PDC Ali Pally and Luke Littler, 16-year-old kebab eater from Warrington.
Yeah.
What we're thinking, chaps?
well
Can he
I've-
go all the way?
I've described him as the Mike Tyson of darts because he's young and he's pasting everyone.
Fantastic.
Yeah, of course he can go all the way, and I hope he does go all the way.
Yeah.
I'm not happy the fact he's from Warrington, but Warrington's got to win something sometime, haven't they?
I think he's got some composure as well. At 16,
It's excellent.
to play in front of a massive crowd like that and in front of all the cameras and just keeping his cool and beating all these people like Barney, and he beat him quite convincingly, didn't
Yeah. I think it's good. It's good for the sport.
he? Yeah.
It's good
It is.
for, getting young people into darts.
So who's he got next? Who's he facing
Got
next?
Brendan 5 Stonehead Dolan.
Yeah.
Brendan Dolan, yeah.
Yeah.
So are we all predicting a win then for
I'm
Luke?
predicting a 5-1 win for the lad.
I'm going to say 5-2. I think he might go off a little bit at the end, but he'll get the job done.
Do you know what? I'm going to predict 5-0.
We'll see
So-
tonight then.
Yeah. Who do we think's going to win the whole thing?
I think either him or Van Gerwen. Van Gerwen's always there, just annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's had that experience doing that before, hasn't he? So he doesn't get phased, does he?
No.
Although he might get phased if he's playing a 16-year-old, mightn't he? That might rock him a little bit.
But how good a loser will he be if he gets beat Van Gerwen? I don't think he'll be a good loser, mate.
I don't think he'll spit his dummy out because he's a massive, oversized baby. Isn't he? If you look at him, he
Yeah.
needs to grow a bit of a beard or something, I
He
think.
does. But I think Dave Chisnall's going to win the whole thing.
Get lost.
All right.
No. Humphreys, I think. If he gets his form back.
No, I don't think Humphries is showing anything, mate.
I think it's Dorby's year, to be honest. I think he's cruised it up to now, and he's just, if he carries on with the form that he's got, I think he's going to take it all the way.
Do you know what?
How are the lads?
On another subject, something we really want to do this year is to get James to Scotland.
Yeah.
Now, Scotland, for me, is the best country in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been New Zealand and everything. Scotland blows everything out the water.
I like Scott. I've been up on my motorbike, but I'd have to say it's level with Canada. I mean, obviously me and James went Canada this year, and that was amazing with the wildlife. Very similar to Scotland, where it's like lakes and forests, but I suppose you've got the comfort zone in Scotland. You haven't got bears and mountain lions and
Exactly.
things, running about. Sasquatch, or have you?
Plus, you can drive there quite easily.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
think there are potentially Sasquatch
Yeah.
and big cats in Scotland and wolves potentially.
Yeah. So we're hoping to hire a motorhome thing, and we'll just go up there in August sometime maybe. Take some midgie nets because midgies are bad up there, and then see if we can find some evidence of Sasquatch, as well as showing James all the sites. So we were thinking of doing mostly the west side of Scotland, like Glencoe and Fort William, and up climb Ben Nevis and go over to, is it Isle of Skye?
Yeah, want to get on Skye if we can for the night.
Check out Loch Ness and see if we can see Nessie, and hopefully we can just document it all. And I was going to set the PlayStation so we can have a few little goes on PlayStation at night when we're just all chilling in the caravan.
But last year I made a list of 15 things I wanted to achieve this year. But I didn't have to achieve them all. I ended up achieving 9 out of the 15.
Yeah.
This year I'm not doing a list, but I am giving myself a target of doing 50 wild camps.
50? Wow.
Now, if I go wild camping for 2 nights, that's going to count as 2 wild camps.
Yeah.
Get the gist.
And if we go away in the motorhome, is that classed as a wild camp?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you have to sleep outside.
Yeah. We'll be doing that with your snoring.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to like take some plugs for my nose, and these can have bloody earbuds for their ears. Yeah, I think this year as well, I'm gonna like just try and look after my health a bit more and just lose some timber, like I keep saying every year. But I'm really gonna try this year, and you know, I've had little palpitations, and I'm feeling like
That's it. Unfortunately, me and Stu are not getting any younger.
No.
You know, and to prolong doing what we do,
Yeah.
we've got to look after ourselves, haven't we?
Plus as
He,
well.
he says smoking on a pipe.
Plus, I think drinking water without the fluoride and the chlorine. I've even got some fluoride-free toothpaste. Doing a bit more grounding, as you seen earlier in the video, but it was my feet were freezing last night. I did about 10 minutes.
We told him. We did tell him.
We did.
Hey, I feel better for it though.
He had a headache in his feet.
I did. Brain freeze in my feet. So yeah, trying to eat a bit more healthy and do a bit more walking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And I'm moving home.
Mike's
Yeah,
got
you
a
are.
new. You've got
Yeah.
a new flat, haven't you?
It's going to be a total new
Yeah.
start for me. So that's going to be a bit weird.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that pans out.
Alright.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you want to chat about? Do you want to chat about any of the boxing that we saw the other night?
Yeah, it was actually probably the best card there's ever been in boxing. Thanks to
was
the Saudis throwing loads of money at
Yeah.
boxing
Yeah.
nowadays.
I mean, how many main events were on? They were all like more or less heavyweight events as well, weren't they?
I think what we learned was, which I don't think is a big surprise, Deontay Wilder as a boxer is absolute cack, and all he's ever had is a big right hand.
Yeah.
He's got dead snappy legs. He didn't move very good. He's not got any boxing skills. He just kept relying on that big right hand, didn't he?
And also, like most Americans, he's highly deluded. Because why was he raising his hand at the end?
I know,
He
yeah.
got battered in
Yeah.
every round.
And did you notice there was a few times where he got him in an headlock and he's just battering top of his head? I mean, who does that in a boxing match?
I mean, that was like playground stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but he's been on the ayahuasca apparently, which, if you don't know what that is, it's kind of a mind-altering thing they drink in the Amazon, and it's supposed to kind of give you a different perspective of life. And I just think he's just flipping. He's not
Got a
got
screw
that.
loose.
He's not got that. Yeah, and he's not got the killer instinct anymore.
Is he what that bloke had when he went with that tribe? And
Yeah.
and he drunk that potion and he just had hallucinations, didn't he?
And he ended up having a massive argument with his own ego. And that's what it's supposed to do to you.
Yeah.
I've been looking into ayahuasca because it's something originally I wanted to try, but I don't think I do now.
No, I don't
You
think
know,
I do
fucking
either.
microdots were bad enough at 90, so
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think I need to go down the ayahuasca route.
No.
You know,
I quite like to have maybe like try some mushrooms, you know, like, but just not heavy duty, just like where you get a nice mild sensation, do you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
with
just
the
with
right kind of mushrooms. And just have a more spiritual awakening rather than a mind fuck.
yeah,
You know what I
which
mean?
that is, you know.
Yeah. I tell you, I was impressed with as well. Richard Dubois. Was it
Daniel
Daniel
Dubois.
Dubois.
Daniel Dubois, yeah.
He sort of. I think what's the word like when you read? Because he let himself down a bit, didn't he, in that last match?
Well, there was massive question marks over his bottle to,
Yeah.
to digging in the trenches when he needs to. But no, he proved everyone wrong, and he did.
He resurrected his career, I think. That was he called the Big Baby who he fought?
Yeah, Jared, was it Jared Miller or something?
Yeah, but he big bloke. He was obviously out of shape when he hadn't boxed for a while. But I would like being he was a big guy,
He was
wasn't
23 stone.
he? He was £100 heavier than Dubois. And Dubois, you know, he stuck to his own. He toe to toe with him, and he did well out of that. So I think he's resurrected his career there, hasn't he?
Anthony Joshua, what about him?
I was impressed.
I was really impressed.
Was you?
I was.
See, I was more disappointed with his opponent,
Yeah.
who I'd give Tyson Fury a good run for his money.
Yeah.
I was more disappointed with his opponent than I was impressed with him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I just got a battery saver
Let's,
notification.
Let's see what happens if he goes up against Fury or Usyk. He's
Yeah.
lost against Usyk twice.
Yeah, I don't think he'll beat Usyk, but I don't think he gave his opponent a chance to fight. I think he just had a job to do, and he thought it's now or never. And it was like the old Anthony Joshua. I thought.
Yeah. Well, let's hope
It was
so.
good.
It's good that the British heavyweight scene is very healthy at the moment.
Yeah,
You know, so let's see what happens,
yeah,
because it was dominated by Yanks for decades, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah.
So anyway, how's Saints going to do this year?
I feel.
I tell you what, shall I get a power?
I just feel.
leave you two to it.
I think we'll probably carry on where we left off. I don't think we're going to be completely dominant as we've seen over the last few years, but we're going to be good, as always.
I predicted St Helens Rugby League will not win silverware for 5 seasons now, because I think we need to rebuild.
We do.
We've climbed up, we've peaked as the world champions, and now
Roby's left.
and Wiggins,
You know,
Wiggins kind of got
Wi-
up there.
Wigan looking good.
Wigan are playing Penrith Panthers, the Australian team, in
Yeah.
February to find out who's going to be the best in the world. We beat Penrith on their own ground last year. They're coming over from Australia and they're playing Wigan on their ground. And it's a game I'm going, and it's the only rugby league game I've ever been where I don't want anyone to win. So I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we didn't get season tickets this year, did we? So I think they're going to televise a lot more of the game. So I think we'll see how they get on. Might even just get half season tickets. Just don't really want to be going if we're going to lose all the time. I don't think we're going to be as strong as we were, are we?
I still think we'll be up there, but
I don't think we're going to be losing all the time. It's just that a lot of the games are on Saturdays and Sundays, and we have to get our priorities right, don't we?
We've got a lot
'Cause
of
I
camping.
think-
Yeah.
We think this is more important than Saints. And
well, this is the wilderness will always be number one for me.
yeah.
That comes over any relationship I might ever have, which I'm never having.
And with you doing 50 camps as well, a lot of your weekends are going to be tied up camping.
Taken
aren't
up, yeah.
Exact. And I want to do some of the old school camping that I used to. Backpack on, going walking up to some town, up some mountain
Yeah.
range. Maybe I won't have a fire, maybe I won't have a drink, I'll just have a coffee and stuff. But
Yeah.
just getting out, doing a bit more hiking to build my fitness up as well a bit.
you? Maybe take a good book, keep out of trouble and have
Just
an
keep
early
out of
night.
trouble, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, nothing worse than getting in trouble, you know, with people when you're up the mountains.
Yeah.
Not as though it ever happened.
Yeah, well, I think without having James Roby this season, because I think we relied on him quite a lot, didn't we?
Yeah.
And who's going to be captain now?
Lomax, I think.
Johnny Lomax.
Yeah.
I think he'll be a good captain. Though.
Yeah. I'm glad. I don't want Wellesby to be captain because
Not
he's
yet.
too young. He's
Yeah.
not ready yet.
Yeah. Although he did a good job for England, didn't he, when they played Tonga?
But did he? I didn't see him on the pitch much shouting at the players,
Yeah.
directing stuff. That's what a captain does,
I
isn't it?
Yeah.
suppose, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I suppose that comes with experience, doesn't it, and age and stuff.
I think once Lomax retires in 2-3 years, I think that's when Wellesby takes over for captain for maybe
Yeah.
a few seasons, and then he's probably be off then, won't he? Don't think we'll keep hold of him for ages now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I know, yeah. I suppose it depends on the success of the club. You don't want to play for a club that's not going to win things.
But let's just hope this year is better weather, because they say the world's warming up and it's been the hottest year ever last year. You're just pissing it down all the time again.
Yeah.
You know, let's have some blooming summer.
He says as the sun's flipping blurring into my eyes.
Yeah, it
And
was,
this
a,
is
it
rare.
was a
We've
different
not had
story
this
last night.
all weekend.
Oh my god, everywhere was saturated, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You know, there's no fun doing it in rain. I don't care what anyone says. You want good weather. for the outdoorsman, this country is awful for bloody doing stuff.
Yeah.
There's just not quite enough forest as well as there for,
No.
you know.
But if you depended on the weather to do anything, you'd never do it.
True. And like I'm saying, I saw that little Instagram thing where there's this couple and they were doing stuff in winter. They said, rather than just hiding indoors, let's see what winter has to offer. So they wrap up, go to places, and they had the place to themselves because people are just staying in their houses and putting their heating on.
Yeah, they got hypothermia, but they were happy.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
You know.
You get like hotels cheaper and like, you know what I mean?
Oh, how they laughed when they was in that hospital ward with a big blooming tin foil blanket round them.
Aye. So Scotland, yeah, that's going to be a nice one
Love Scotland.
for this
Love
year.
it.
won't
Love it.
So,
And you know, and we will be looking for any signs of Bigfoot,
we will.
big cats, anything, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tree
really,
birds.
your eyes are kind of trained now to be able to look for things, aren't
Yeah,
they?
we were spotting them all the time in Canada, weren't we?
But I could walk past a big sign saying Bigfoot that way and not think anything about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think as well, look up. A lot of people just walk around with their heads down. You don't look up enough. You need to look up, see what's going above you, you know, to see what's happening. But yeah, Todd Standing, he reckons there's no Sasquatch in our country, but I think I'm going to prove him wrong this year. We've already seen tree breaks, haven't we, around in the Lake District and stuff, so...
Can I just say, with the sun on you there, you look like a Jesus figure from the camera.
Yeah. You're going to start, like, going up.
Yeah, levitating. Well, I've enjoyed navigating through the forest of debate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there'll be more, you know.
There will. Yeah.
If there's anything you'd like us to chat about, just let us know in the comments, and we will discuss. Thuswise,
And the next chat, we could be actually telling you that there is a 16-year-old world champion at darts.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Oh, yeah.
that'd be brilliant, that.
and we're not just on about James.
Exactly.
Right
Right.
then, we'll wrap it up, lads.
All the best.
Happy New Year.